In the last few lectures, focus was mainly on WordPress post editing. It is very important to learn about post very well. If you master WordPress post editing interface, the rest of the dashboard will become easy for you. Now we will learn about blocks in the WordPress content editor. From version 5, WordPress introduced a new editor called Gutenberg, and block is the fundamental concept of this Gutenberg editor. To understand blocks, let's create a new post. On the top is the title field for the post. Type in the title and press enter. Now you are into the block editor. For every post there is only one title field, but you can add as many blocks as you want. When you are inside a block editor, notice the settings tab on the right. Block tab is highlighted there, with a blue underscore line. For every block you will get some configuration option in this tab. If I click on the post title field, the settings tab is set for the post. Let's move back to the block editor. And the settings tab is switched to block level again. By default you will get a paragraph block. You can also see you are in the paragraph block in the bottom left of your browser. You can start typing your text contents or copy paste. I have the lorem ipsum texts ready. I will paste that to the paragraph block. I scroll down to the end of the texts I just put in, and press enter, then I get a new block. Paragraph block is the one of the many blocks the Gutenberg editor offers. To see what other type of blocks you can use with Gutenberg editor, click on the plus icon with black background. In this pop-up box, you can either search the block type you want to use like image, or you can click on the Browse All to see the full list of blocks available. You see here all the text type blocks you can use. If you mouse hover the block types, you can see a preview popping up to the right for that block. Scrolling down the block lists will show you other block groups, like media, design, widgets, embeds. Let's scroll up to the top and add another text block heading to see how the heading block looks. Type in the heading text. On top of every block, you will see a settings box for that block in white background. Mouse hover to the symbol, and a tooltip will appear to show you what that button does. This button lets you change the block type. This up and down arrow button lets you move the block up of another block or down. As we do not have any block below this block, let's move it up. You see it has now moved to top and pushed the paragraph block below it. Here is a button to make the block wide or full width. Then the button to change the heading level. By default it is heading level 2. Let's set to heading level 4. Then the button to change the text alignment. By default it is left aligned, so align text to left does nothing. I can align it to the center. There are other settings to make text bold or italic. On the right of this settings panel the vertical dot opens up a pop-up with some more settings. Let's make a duplicate of this heading. So this is another heading. If you wish to make room for another block you can do such by clicking Insert before. Let's choose another type of block from the block list. From the list, I choose the quote type block. This quote block allows you to type in a quote, and a citation for that quote. On the right you can change the style of the quote. Let's switch to large to see how it looks. You see the quote's font is bigger when I click large. In the advanced settings of the block you can give an anchor or CSS class. Let's add another block after this quote type block. This time I will search for the block. Let's search image, and click on image to add that block. On the image block, you can upload an image from your computer, or you can select an already uploaded image on your media library, or you can insert an image from an URL. Let's upload an image from the computer. From the right side block settings, you can choose a style for the image like a rounded image. You can choose a different image size from this drop-down. Different image size has different width and height. Let's set it to large again. At the bottom of the inserted image, you can add an image caption. Let's put vegetables. Now we have seen several different types of blocks, like heading or quote. Let's add another block at the end of the paragraph block. This time I am choosing a calendar block. This block will add a calendar to your page. You can see a small underline on some of the dates. That means there are some posts on those dates. If you click on the date, you can see those posts. In this post I have added several different types of blocks, like heading, quote, image, paragraph, and calendar. Let's publish this post by clicking this publish button, and see from the front side how all these blocks are looking. The added heading, quote, image are looking the same as it was added. That means what you see in the block editor is what you are going to get in your website. So using block editor well will give you the proper control on the look and feel of your content. Let's click on an underlined date like 17 on this calendar. As I said earlier, it will show posts of that date. Sometimes you will want to remove a block you have added. To do that, click inside the block to get the block settings. Then click on the three dots and scroll down. At the end, you will see the Remove Block option. Click on that option to remove the block. Calendar block is removed. For different block, you will get different kind of block settings. For some block you will get styling option, for some font size option. For example, for paragraph blocks you can control the font size from the right side settings. Choose the font size from the drop-down and you will see the font size of the paragraph is changing according to that. I choose small from the drop-down. Let's now select extra small. As you see, the font size is changing with the change in drop-down. Let's choose extra large. So now you get the idea how block editing works in WordPress. Practice with different block types and change its settings. Mastering blocks will help you to add cleanly designed content in your website. Once done with blocks, please proceed to the next lecture.